let's be ready about this.
Let's be.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to another edition of Push to Talk. It is, of course, Saturday the 3rd of June, 2023. I can't talk, and but if you're in other parts of the world, it is Saturday 3rd, or no, was it June 3rd rather than the 3rd of June? So there we go. And yeah, welcome.
I can't talk, but I have a mouth.
What?
Well, that's interesting phrase talking.
That's
Is that an invitation to something, Sauce?
I want to say
issues articulating, so that came to mind.
I've always had issues articulating. You know this. Anyway, guys. We have Caleb here. We have Dawn here, and Dawn has a nice little kitty cat, cuddling up to her right now. We have Dirk here, Erik here. We have the amazing Soth up there. And we also have Wibbler and me, of course. So,
Do we really need to call Soth amazing?
I mean, he's literally he's literally above me in on the show. So
he's currying favor. By the way, Soth, I'm pretty sure that's got the chin's gotten so bushy. I think wildlife can live there now.
Really?
Yeah.
Should I try? Get a squirrel to move in or something.
If a squirrel comes out of your chin, that would be cool.
That would be funny.
No. It's hiding. It's hiding Chuck Norris.
Chuck Norris.
Oh my God.
I always like Van Damme better. So.
Can we even talk about things like Chuck Norris and Van Damme anymore? Are there any of the younger generations that even know who they are?
I mean, I would hope so.
There's a question of, are there any of the younger generations watching this show?
Well, I know that millennials are watching this show, but
we don't know the demographics.
I wouldn't exactly call millennials the younger generation.
What do you mean we don't know the demographics? Don't we have stats for that?
No, we don't know the Nielsen ratings where you get that prize 25 to 55, age group. We don't know. Who you calling? Keorian. We don't know. we don't know how old you are.
Yeah.
We're not ageist.
That's really the kind of stuff we should have in a poll, right?
We should.
I mean,
we should really know the age of our audience. Whether or not Arendis and Erik is allowed to do their references, because some of those are crazy old.
I mean, Matt talked about millennials watching the show. There are millennials on the show, so on that front.
That's a good point. That is a very good point. Oh wow.
Yeah,
this is where we're going to get told that we can't have Arnie references either.
Hey, but Van Damme had an awesome wife in Time Cop. I'm just saying. Awesome.
God, that is
Keorian 52.
That is a movie I haven't seen for a long time.
Well, let's be fair. Van Damme has been doing stuff recently, and so has Arnie, right? He basically just launched a new series on Netflix, so you can reference people that are still working. But when did Chuck Norris do anything on the screen? I can't even remember what he did last. It's at least 20 years ago or something.
No, he did. He did that. Was it the Untouchables?
The thing is, you have this misheld belief that Chuck Norris acts. But Chuck Norris doesn't act. Film crews just appear and film his everyday life. This is what happened.
By the way, Commander Sarcream. Yes, she was great in Ferris Bueller's Day Off, and everybody wanted to date a Sloane. Sloane. It's a great name for a girl. Never. I've never met a Sloane, by the way. So yes.
No. I'm not going to say that The Expendables is a well-honed piece of cinematography.
It's just good fun.
Or contains amazing prose or anything of that form. But as Dirk said, it is just good fun. And sometimes that's all that cinema needs to be.
Mm-hmm. The what was it? I know you guys won't pay for Apple TV, but just a little pre thing here. Ted Lasso is amazing, and its final episode aired, I think, this week. It's Wednesday of the 3-year term, and for something to be this popular in the United States and having a background of the Champions League and all that stuff and British soccer, it's got to be an amazing show. It was, just get your free Apple TV trial and just binge watch 3 seasons of Ted Lasso, and none of you will be disappointed. I'm telling you. It is.
I'm already disappointed.
Are you really? That's sad.
See, the thing there though is that's Horrendous's default state of being.
Yeah. You know what, Horrendous? Be a goldfish, right? Just
can't afford to.
It's the happiest animal on the planet. Be a goldfish. Just telling you.
Interesting one, for sure.
No.
I think it's in episode 1. I think it's in the pilot. But it was designed to go for 3 years, and it went for its 3 years, and it came to a conclusion. And actually, one of my friends on Facebook, she said after she watched the episode, she goes, I feel like I lost my best friend. Terrible. Goldfish is happy. Nope. Kiorian. The goldfish is the happiest animal on the planet because its memory is only 10 seconds long.
I had goldfish, Eric. One of them kept trying to kill himself by throwing himself out of the tank. I'm not so sure they're happy.
Well, because, after 10 seconds, he forgot that, when he gets out there, he can't breathe. He just didn't know. And you could have just had a dumb goldfish, but he was happy.
He was happy in his
ignorance.
Why
do you assume that it's dumb? Haven't you heard the term about owners and pets?
No.
Don't be fighting words.
I got 3 guinea pigs in the other room over here, and all 3 of them have different personalities. And the one that we think is the most fearful and the most skittish one isn't really that fearful and skittish when it comes down to it.
When the chips
and how do you know it was actually trying to commit suicide, Horrendous? Are you sure it wasn't just trying to escape like the one in Finding Nemo?
It's a good point.
The one in Finding Nemo started out in the sea. Just a point.
No, I'm talking about the one that teaches him how to get out.
I'm pretty sure it was trying to kill itself.
Hey, guys, I'm just talking about a scene in Ted Lasso. Just go with it, okay? We don't actually care if a goldfish has a 10-second memory. It's just part of the show.
It's all we even know.
Horrendous in Finding Nemo, right? To create that diversion, it actually jumps out and it looks very much like it's trying to kill itself, right?
I suppose.
So how do you know?
Repeated
I think it was
attempts.
An escape artist fish you had.
Repeated attempts.
Yes, in Mythbusters, higher brand, they did lots of things with goldfish.
Yeah,
absolutely.
But
it's a Ted Lasso thing. You just got to go with it.
You've got to watch this thing on a platform that none of us are going to pay for.
Hold it! I said get your free trial. We watched 3 seasons on a free trial.
Really don't have to go with it at all.
Yeah, well, but you should because it'd make you happier.
Is Horrendous quiet for anyone else? Wibbler can barely hear him. Horrendous, apparently your microphone got spooked again.
At this point, Eric, honestly, I'm not sure I've got time for happy.
Really?
Dude, I was expecting to have house guests in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And yesterday oh yeah, listen, we're going to have to do that like a week earlier than expected, so blah. And wasn't even is that going to be a problem?
Oh, you know what my wife would do?
And then,
can you see the video?
Wait.
Okay.
And then my sister gives me, yeah, listen, I'm going to be up in 2 weeks with the dog that likes to kill cats.
Are you watching the video?
No.
Yeah, watch the video. I'm going to give you the best Mrs. Erik impersonation after she gets that news. Let me know when you're ready.
Give me a moment.
He needs a moment, ladies and gentlemen.
Are we giving him a moment to watch it and trying to fill air between now and then? Like,
yeah, we can fill the air. You know, I mean, I'm not even making this up. I'm not making this up to be silly or anything.
No, I understand that. I just got to get through the ads because Twitch.
Fucking ads,
He's
man.
And through the odds.
Apologies on all the fucking ads on Twitch as well. Because, like, fucking, why? Dear God, why?
We wish we had any control over these.
That's right, Twitch. I have never bought a Diablo game in my life, but show me Diablo 4 so I can not care.
Although, if you want to watch this show,
I am through it now.
Okay. So, I am turning off the sound. Okay, I am impersonating Mrs. Erik as she finds out the information that Arendis just found out. As she's on the phone, she'll be going like this. That's exactly what she would do. And she'd do it for all of our enjoyment as she's talking on the phone.
No, I can see that reaction. In the one
now,
case,
when they came, she'd be super nice, but
like in the one case, it's a guy that I've known like forever, and he will be driving from Raleigh, North Carolina to Albany, and basically just I need some place to sleep for the night. Because that's a ridiculously long drive.
It is.
So obviously I'm going to put him up, but also I'm going to have the house all cleaned up because self-respect. I don't want people to see my fucking mess. But then with my sister coming a week later, that's just everything really needs to be clean. And there is no even question about that one. That is,
there are people to help you with that.
What you're saying is
the house. So
what you're saying is you need one of those portable water jets?
No.
Oh no,
soft. Let me
pressure washer.
Let me rephrase that one, okay? Let me rephrase that one. I am not going to go and get a portable pressure washer to clean out the house full of my parents' stuff that can be destroyed by water before the executor of my mother's will comes up.
Yeah, that might.
Why not?
Good.
Sounds like a great idea.
Because I'd really like to keep having a house.
I think you should just have one of those topless house cleaners come in. Be perfect. That's like a gift for you and the people coming over to stay. Clean house for them.
It's really not. I'm just gonna clean the goddamn house.
Laszlo has it. You've seen Caddyshack. Just get the leaf blower out, baby. Like Carl Spengler.
Then we're right back to destroying a whole bunch of shit.
I have a better idea. That's very much
that will get me thrown out of my own goddamn house.
I think my idea will fit Arendis a lot better. Get a lot of white sheets, right? And then you just throw it over everything in the entire apartment, right? And when people come, you just say, I'm just going through my gothic phase.
There you go.
No. It's redecorating.
Caleb, it's a 4-bedroom split-level ranch.
This
is not an apartment. I would need a lot of fucking sheets.
For all the furniture, for everything.
I would need a lot of fucking sheets, okay?
And then candelabras and just with nice thick candles in them.
Or I could just clean the house.
A bunch of loose sheets and a bunch of open flames. Yeah, this sounds great.
I'm telling you, I think you need an assistant to help you clean that house.
Or I could just clean the house.
Yeah.
With an assistant. With an assistant. Who may or may not have a top line.
It I mean, you're all giving him shit, but I gotta say, I can relate. Like,
absolutely, I think we all can relate. I mean,
I'm halfway through renovation right now, so yeah, I can relate.
It's like, oh no, like someone's coming over to fix my balcony.
Shit like this.
This is just the latest bullshit. Like I've told you guys about, the refrigerator dying and then the fucking dry well getting clogged up and then the garage door opener dying, and this is just the latest bullshit, and it's just yet more of the you're a homeowner, it never fucking ends.
I know. By the way, my wife came in the office. She goes, "Hey, we need a new microwave. This is just this week, right?" And I'm like, "What happened?" She goes, "Well, I went to open it, and all the plastic came off on the front." I'm like, "Oh."
So, firstly, just, I mean, is that the plastic, like hard plastic, or is that the plastic that, like, is the plastic that comes with the new one?
No, it's like the hard plastic cover of the door.
Oh, okay.
Everybody.
I was going to be like, normally those sort of like, flat surfaces come with like a piece of plastic like on it just to make sure it doesn't scratch during transit.
Yeah. Well, this one's, we've had 2 microwaves in 26 years, right? So yeah, and it's over. It's over the range, right? So she everybody slams the door, right? Slams it shut, right?
That's Erik, a question.
Erik, you can cook. Why do you need something like that? Why do you even need a microwave? It makes no sense. You can cook.
I can cook too.
Because
I can cook with a microwave as well. Like, and also peas
there are things like if you want to like. If you want to liquid, you need liquid butter, for example. You just put it in the microwave for like 30 seconds.
Well, the new microwave I'm getting has an anti-splatter butter setting to melt it.
There you go. Because the one thing is,
it's called have a lid.
Because the one thing is with butter as well is like if you heat it in the microwave too fast and too fast and too long, it literally fucking explodes.
Well, that's why you
Laszlo's got it in chat.
Every single home that I've been in, right, that ended up buying one of these in like the 90s and stuff, and just everyone needed microwaves.
By the way, they came out in the 80s. Okay,
true, but it really didn't get popular here until like the early 90s. The point is that every single household that had one of these started out trying to look at recipes and all this fucking shenanigans, and it ended up being used for 2 things and 2 things only: popcorn and heating water. That's it.
And heating leftovers.
Oh yeah, leftovers. That's important.
So, and by the way, the
new one I'm getting is a broiler, a convection oven, an air fryer, and a microwave.
So I don't know if you guys like you get like fresh peas or do you get like frozen peas typically, like when it comes to peas?
Okay, define fresh, like canned.
What the
frozen
Canned
peas.
Is not fresh.
Canned is not
frozen
fresh.
Peas are arguably more fresh than fresh peas.
Yeah, exactly.
Because they get frozen immediately. Like they come off the field 5 minutes later, they're frozen.
Yeah.
Right?
So the microwave came out in 1976.
Yeah. Thank you very much for that random piece of fact. But what I was gonna say is, if you guys don't like peas, like boiled peas, like you should put a bunch of peas in a container and like microwave them, and then try those. It is
with
like
butter.
almost like, well, I mean, not with anything. Like you don't even need butter with them in any way, shape, or form. Like I guess in America, butter and bacon like will make everything better, but like literally,
no. What about brown sugar?
That's not American.
You don't need to. Like,
can you candied peas?
I don't fucking know, and I don't care. Like, well, but what I'm saying is,
it's a truism. It's everywhere in the universe. Butter and bacon makes everything better.
Well, yeah,
that's because not just in America.
That's only because butter and bacon is better than most things. Pretty much all things.
Well,
and so you're reducing whatever it is you're adding bacon and butter to and increasing the amount of bacon and butter. And it's just like, obviously it's going to taste good.
I'm going to say I had a zit on the tip of my nose this morning. I put a little bacon on top of that. Gone.
The problem is, Mac, when Americans product develop, they just go overboard. This is why it's from America you get things like the microwave oven and things like butter in coffee and baconaise. It's like, why are you are putting good stuff and breaking stuff?
Well, the butter in coffee is a keto thing, right? To get your additional fats.
Keto. What? Keto.
And by the way, it is. By the way, it's gross. It's gross.
It's dumb. You just take the butter, you put it on a slice of toast, use plenty, then you have your butter. You don't put it in your coffee. Why would you do that?
I don't know why people do that. They're very strange.
It's very weird. Why are you taking things that individually are amazing and putting them together? It's just...
Why do we put shrimp in a Bloody Mary?
Also,
I don't know. Because we can.
Whoa, what? No.
Shrimp.
Okay.
Shrimp in a Bloody Mary.
We may have a number of issues here, but before we get to that, I just want to talk about Key Orion in Twitch chat talking about bacon fat as bacon sweat.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
It's not how that works.
I think he means
because there's a difference, a bit of a difference, but it's pre and post slaughter. To be fair,
sweat isn't fat, and pigs don't sweat. That's why they wallow in mud to cool down.
Okay, then.
Maybe.
Anyways, it is Eve time.
Okay, Eve time.
Oh shit! It is an actual. We have gone past the dawn rule section of the show. By
you even got extra time because we started late because you were.
Hey, I was looking for something that would have been cool. I will find it next week. But yes.
So,
rendering and sweating. Rendering and sweating are two different things, Kira.
Yeah,
moving on.
Sweating's not rendering. Sweating is a different process.
Okay, just so we can bookend this kind of particular part and move on to the evil mind kind of side of things.
So
shut the fuck up.
If fat is coming out of your sweat pores, something is broken. See a doctor.
Structure personalization.
Wait. Just hold
the club's trying to do a thing here.
Yes, I'm trying to bookend this, right? So if you haven't seen the announcements in the channel, like basically what we're doing, what the entire channel is doing, is basically we're going to be donating all of the revenue that we're making, for all of the 50%. Shows, everything like that, and that's going to a project called the Trevor Project, and it's basically a project that helps LGBTQ people essentially with their day. Like I wouldn't say like their dated, like it's just like it's support, right?
It's for people who are in trouble because of their situation, who are struggling with their general personal situation, and one of those things about the LGBTQ community is that sometimes it can be a very negative situation if you feel that you can't be free to be yourself.
Yeah, exactly.
And the Trevor Project does a lot of work trying to help people kind of understand their own situation and help them when they're talking about how they feel their life is going compared to how other people may look at their life.
Yeah,
and
so they provide
it's a safe space
support.
for.
I mean,
Yeah.
I hate the phrase "safe space," but like they provide
what
crisis support. Like, yeah, it is.
It's like
it is a means for them to be able to.
It's a crisis hotline.
Yeah, so they provide support for people. They're there for people to discuss how they feel and like any of the sort of like problems that they feel like with identification, all that kind of stuff.
There's a lot of cultures around the world.
Right.
There's a lot of cultures around the world that still don't necessarily appreciate or accept the LGBTQ plus community.
Yeah.
And this is a project that is designed to help the people within those situations feel like they are or they can be accepted more broadly. It's a really great project. Here at INN, we're going to be doing this for the entirety of Pride Month, which is the entirety of June.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, as Max said earlier, all of the income that we make 50%. On INN through your subs, I'm pretty sure.
It's 50%.
50%. I would.
50%. All right.
Yeah. Clear message.
50% of our income. I'm just going back to.
Yeah. So
50%. Since
you guys are having such a hard time describing it, I just linked the Trevor project there.
Yeah.
Go look at it. See what it is.
Go check it out. Like if you're, if you.
And if you want to throw some extra support at the channel, right?
Then
you know where it's going, right?
Exactly.
Yeah, your subscriptions, your bits, your
all that
whatever else.
All that lovely stuff, especially like
150%,
and like premium subs, even though they cost you absolutely nothing, also help very much so. So if you have premium subs that you're not using, throw it at the channel, and it'll go. 50% of it will be going to a good cause.
Yeah.
So definitely do that stuff. But yeah, let's get into actually
Fluffy
what's
leopard.
going on. Cheers, Fluffy. But yeah, let's get into the Eve side.
Oh dear.
Yeah, I know, and I'm not sure what a Wibbler's back from food, but
I will be. I am going to be around for like 3 minutes, then I'm going to be active for like 5, and then I can sum the Eve stuff up in like 3 minutes though. I might get banned afterwards. Okay, so as you all know, CSP made a flub of a thing with FanFest with the Evermarks bullshit, which was I think it was supposed to, at least this is my impression, right? It was supposed to be some NFT bullshit, and they flooded hard, and now they are, as far as I can understand it, they're letting you rent skins for structures.
Yeah,
or something like that. Like I haven't read this stuff in detail, but that's the gist of it. Basically, CCP, from the bottom of my heart, you fucking dipshits could just let me buy the skins with real money. But no, that would be smart. That would be easy, and that would waste a bunch of your code that you fucked up trying to make NFTs in a game that definitely don't need it. So thank you, and fuck you very much, CCP.
It is right. It is renting, not purchasing. You rent it for 30, 90, or 180 day period.
The best part is that like how you get the Evermarks. So like the rental fee is this Evermark thing, right? Yeah. And for those of you who have been around for long enough,
you can why are we calling it an Evermark if it's temporary?
No. The Evermark is an LP, right? So this is where it gets fun, Eric, right?
Okay. Let's have fun.
The skin is temporary. You quote unquote purchase the temporary skin for, as we've just seen, 30, 90, 180 days. And the currency that you use to rent this skin is called Evermark.
Okay.
Evermarks were first introduced to the game late last year. They're also the currency that you use to get your Alliance logo on your ships. You know, if you want a little fat bee on your ship, you got to pay an Evermark. This came in shortly. Wibbler mentioned the FanFest bullshit. This came in somewhat shortly after at FanFest. Was it? It may have been last year. It may have been the year before. They said that they wanted to do something in terms of cryptocurrencies and bridging that gap within EVE. And then the entire community rioted, and they said, "Okay, we're not doing NFTs anymore." But here's the Evermark thing.
Yeah,
which
he's forgetting one aspect there.
Can I call a timeout? How many currencies do we have for this fucking game?
Well,
I mean, if you include all of the faction tokens and stuff like that, like
so we've got ISK, we've got Plex, we've got Evermarks,
we've got Plex, we've got LP, or various different forms as well.
LP,
right? Yeah, but they're interchangeable, so
okay,
to some degree. But then again, ISK and Plex and LP, Plex and ISK are interchangeable too. So like, you know,
doesn't matter. They're two different things.
They're still different currencies.
They did get rid of Aurum.
There's also I think
that is funny. They got rid of Aurum.
So now we're getting Aurum 2.0.
Oh, and we have to make sure that we point out that ISK and Plex is proper currencies. The other are shit currencies because they're character bound and all that shenanigan, and not really EVE-like at all.
So, Dirk forgot one aspect there. We weren't just rioting about cryptocurrencies. We were also rioting about CCP putting chips into packs.
Right. So that was coming later, so I didn't forget that.
So
I just was trying to get to through the thing of like how this whole Evermark skin rental system works first.
Okay, so let's go back to that. Now that we got 18 currencies for one fucking game. Okay.
Yeah, Eric, this was gonna be Interbucks.
Interbucks.
Yeah.
It was gonna be called Interbucks.
I call them Hillbucks. But okay.
Yeah. So you've got this rental skin. You pay. You need to pay for it in Evermarks. Up until this announcement, up until this upcoming patch, this expansion, this Viridian expansion, that also includes the dreads we talked about last week. The only way for Evermarks to exist, and as far as we can tell, still the only way for Evermarks to exist, was on a personal level. Players earned Evermarks, corporations did not. Now, what they're doing is setting it up so that for every one Evermark a player earns, the corporation gets an Evermark. And so, you know, there's all sorts of questions about Alliance Holding Corps that CCP aren't addressing on launch, but will apparently be addressing at some point after the launch of the expansion. Because, you know, Holding Corps typically don't have many players, but you put your Keep Stars and your Satios and all your really high-value stuff that you would want to put skins on in space in your Holding Corp. It makes sense, right? We spend all the time security.
Yeah, exactly. So, it's a very important thing to do because you know you don't want to give everybody the keys to be able to unanchor shit, like especially important shit. And that's why you know large alliances have those holding corporations because they need to lock down that kind of access. A
high value asset. You know, exactly. These are high value assets, and so this gets us to the point where you go, okay. So the corporation gets one Evermark for every Evermark a player makes, right? How does a player make Evermarks? And this then comes back to what Soth was suggesting, which was that when we were rioting against all of the crypto bullshit, we were also rioting about the fact that CCP decided to just spawn ships into the game magically when people handed over real money. This is not okay. We have an in-game economy. It's very, it's balanced on a knife edge at the minute. Anyway, you don't want to make that work.
Exactly.
And so, CCP decided to pivot from, okay, we'll spawn ships for real money, to we will buy ships back from players to then
spawn them.
To then sell those ships to other players who are willing to pay us real money. And And they still haven't managed to figure out how they're going to monetize this. They've been talking about this for a while as like the long-term plan. But the key point is that the main way you earn Evermarks is to trade in ships to Paragon Corporation agents, which are basically LP agents, but for Evermarks instead. And so you could buy a frigate off the market.
No.
Ship it somewhere. Hand the ship in, and you get
mining barges. No, mining barges.
There's various different ones. You can use a venture. You can use.
Yes, and the mining barge was the best one to do.
A destroyer or a mining barge. It's really not, to be completely honest.
Right.
It drove the price of retrievers up from 30 mil to 100 mil.
I'll tell you why mining barges
and that's
aren't.
because that's what they're selling in the ship packs.
Mm-hmm. And what do you get free as an alpha when you go through these sort of like various
venture
things? You get a venture,
ventures,
don't you?
Frigates, destroyers.
Yeah, exactly. Right.
But
for free. So that you could just hand off to the Paragon, and then biomass your character, and then remake a character, and then get a venture, and then sell it to Paragon, and then biomass your character. Do you see that there's a loop going on here?
As everyone in here
are the Evermarks,
right? This is the same as in every game. You are trying to do pay to win with fucking makeup on. With so many steps that you can't see what the fuck is going on.
Are the Evermarks character bound or account bound?
Well, the thing is, when you get an Evermark, you basically your corporation that you're in gets an Evermark too. So
if you don't care about the personal Evermarks, you can just wind it up.
Yeah, exactly.
But the whole thing here is like buy ship from market, ship somewhere else, and then sell ship for Evermarks.
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of like a gameplay loop here. It's a very small gameplay loop, but
yeah.
And this is how you pay to rent your structure skins.
But this is the whole problem in the gaming industry in general, right? How do you upsell?
I rent the structure skin?
Because you can't buy a structure skin. Because
why are you guys buying into this and talking around this as if any of that shit matters? This is more direct pay to win with so many steps that people end up discussing it like this.
You're about
it's just dumb.
I know you want to get to this, but like we are literally just going through the motions of like this is Evermarks. This is how Evermarks works.
We have to talk through the gameplay before we talk about the issues.
We're definitely going to get to the Evermarks good or bad and why. Definitely
give it like
15
more minutes, okay?
Yeah.
But it's back to that was what Whitler was trying to point out. CCP
I know, but he had 3 minutes before he had to go and do something.
He's dealing with something.
Yeah.
You get to
I'm back.
Yeah, there you go.
And now Wibbler gets to wait too.
Hold the fuck on.
You're discussing the aesthetics of the fucking makeup on the pig. It's still makeup on a fucking
Caleb,
pig.
we're leaving the trail of breadcrumbs to bring the audience along to where your point kicks in. Jesus Christ.
You have to lay these things out for people. Like, you tell them,
you study religion, you know how you have to manipulate people.
Yes, I just need I need a chorus, a choir, and
we're going through the hymn sheet at the moment,
and then I need
Caleb.
Rituals, and I need incense and a lot of paranesis where I can bang people on the head for being wrong.
Well, you're not getting any of that, so we're doing it this way.
We're going through the hymn sheet at the moment, okay? So just chill.
Tell me your sins, people.
We'll be here forever.
But like seriously,
yes.
my question on this, Mac, is if it's something that I'm going to need to keep fucking paying for over and over again, why would I bother?
That is true, right? And when it's not core to the gameplay of like core to the core gameplay loops of the game, like, and it's just to do with like prettification. What's the point?
The answer there, Arendis,
we'll
is
do it for a
because
bit,
you
and
want
then
to
we'll just get bored and not do it anymore. Like
the answer there is because you want to have a splash of color in your grim dark universe.
Sure,
you want to create.
I get that, Dirk. I get that, Dirk. But where you're going to be looking at this, right? Where this is going to where structure skins would conceivably see the most use, where CCP would conceivably see the most uptake of this potential revenue stream that they're making into not a revenue stream, is in organizations that have lots of structures. So they'd want not just a consistent theme overall, but a way to take that consistent theme, because the way they've got this set up isn't like ship skins. It's not, here's your skin, slap it on. This is actually, here you go, play with the color palettes on each element. So you could conceivably have everything set up so you've got your consistent base theme and then different accents for the different types of structures according to how that structure is used.
That makes sense, so we can't do that.
Right. But so if that's where this would see the most uptake, where it would actually provide useful visual information on screen for people who are looking at their goddamn Eve game, right? Why are you making it so that they're the ones who are going to have the absolute most upkeep, most extra work, most I've got to pay rent for each skin on each structure? Good God.
Because you're out of touch.
Just by making it a rental system, they've turned it from to the massive null blocks are the ones who will fucking throw money at you for this, to they're the ones who are going to stay away from it the hardest.
Yep. Funny how that works.
But guys,
if somebody blows up your structure within the rental period, you get a refund?
Probably not.
I love Laszlo in Twitch chat. Do something useful.
Hey, Dirk, you're breaking up.
You're like completely gone, man.
I was about to check my stats to see whether I was just about to fucking drop the entire show.
No, it's him.
Well, at least there's that.
He's Sothra selling right now.
Ah, okay.
Well, CCP basically figured out that capitalism doesn't work. Let's roll back to feudalism.
He is back though. Seems.
Is he?
I thought he was for a minute. I definitely heard him for a moment.
Yeah, that was the end of his sentence.
Oh, right. Okay.
It took that long to come through.
Oh my god. So yeah. I mean, if you guys in chat have any questions regarding this particular random,
Amassery
game loop, have at it. We'll try and answer it as best as we can. But yeah, it's one of those. It's it is, as I think Dirk said, dumbassery. Yeah.
This is one of those things where CCP could have done so much, and instead they did this.
But the thing is, this isn't the only dumbassery this week.
Oh.
Whoa! We have more.
Yes, we have more.
Big week, folks. Big week. Go ahead.
Yeah. I mean, someone at CCP said we had dumbassery, and then some hobbit was like, "But what about second dumbassery?"
Oh, whoa! Why don't you introduce us to this second dumbassery?
Well, CCP also announced the new Eve Collector's Edition, and they told us everything that's in it except for what's actually in it.
Wait,
yeah, this is great.
Oh shit! Really?
Yeah.
Where was this?
Where
was this?
This?
I seem to not see this on the news on EVE Online.
Oh yeah.
So clearly they didn't put that there.
Yeah, they've partnered with a third party
limited run games.
Yeah, these guys, and the limited edition is set to be announced on the 7th.
Oh, right. Okay.
That's when you can buy this thing.
So the announcement says that it will be announced on the 7th.
Yeah,
For
right?
$175. Jesus Christ.
Oh wow.
Yes, but we don't know what's in it. Like if you scroll down, it actually says EVE 20th anniversary collector's edition details.
Yeah, this is great. I'm just gonna put this right in the chat. Into staff only. Look at this. This is great.
Not included.
This is great. Somebody copy that into Twitch chat.
That is well. I mean, chat. Yeah, they can see it. They can see EVE 20th anniversary collector's edition details coming soon. Includes, and then it's literally just like
just straight redacted.
I feel like this is a lot like. Do you guys remember those mystery packs that you could buy in amusement parks and shit?
This is exactly that.
This is exactly that. It's like where you get a bag that's supposed to be really
hang on a second.
And then
Hang on a second. I just want to take a moment to appreciate another detail that you guys might have overlooked on this page.
No, we definitely didn't overlook that detail.
We just didn't
Which
get
detail
there.
do you think I'm talking about?
So the thing is, when you pre-order this, it will take 8 to 9 months to get to you. Supposedly, like it's planned to be 8 to 9 months, and you cannot cancel your order, which, might I add, sounds very illegal to me.
That does sound very
totally
illegal.
That's a scam.
And it's also $175, and the game is not included, which means that you don't even get a month's game time.
I mean, the game not being included is normal these days for collector's editions.
That
you would think that a month of game time would come with it.
That was not
Probably
the detail I was talking about, Soth. This is something far stupider.
Oh, excellent. Oh, there's more.
So where you go down to product details, right? The other column is about EVE Online.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is for the 20th anniversary collector's edition. Continuous development. Over 17 years of free expansions and content leading to continual development and evolution of gameplay. Over 17 years for the 20th anniversary edition. You don't say.
Oh. Give me a script.
God damn it.
You don't also fucking say. What the hell, people?
It also says that EVE Online is renowned for example, Fury at FWST.
Yeah, that was a weird, dumb name for.
Also, how is FWST the longest multiplayer battle in gaming history at 14 hours? Because I remember BTEC R was like
wait, whoa.
BTEC R was 21 hours.
You are misreading that, Soth. It does not say longest; it says largest.
Right, but okay.
Yeah.
Right, because we had the
14 hours.
The largest number of people cycling in and out.
Yeah, but if
it was largest, like 8,500 over 14 hours.
Why are you calling up the detail that it went 14 hours and not the actual player numbers?
Because 14 hours of a single battle is a big number for people who don't play EVE.
People who don't play EVE.
I kind of want to know how many players were involved to get that Guinness World Record, right?
Well, just go Google it. They've called it Fury FWST. Like, you gotta find that.
Which Keepstar was that? Was that the one with the bubbles?
On an FWST.
It was the one we were throwing dreadnoughts at them.
Yeah, that was
the one. That was the one before the bubbles. Okay,
everything
it
had
was
the kitchen
before
sink
bubble wrap.
Yeah.
Right. That was Rat Night. We need 3,000 ravens for tomorrow.
Yes.
Yeah, bubble wrap was the one they actually online.
Right.
By the way, throughout all of that, I had like a bunch of ravens and some stuff to throw at it. I didn't run through them, and I didn't buy extra to use. I hadn't run through all of the stock that I had already before all of that shit actually happened.
Just to point out, right?
We could have carried on with that quite easily.
I need to ask. This stuff is outsourced, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
that explains why it reads like when the gaming journalists try to write about EVE Online.
I kind of feel that maybe CCP.
I don't think this was.
Put a whole
I think this is just the seller platform.
Yeah. Like I feel like this is a CCP publicity package that they just went, use that.
Yeah, just copy paste it.
Here's all the information. Here's a bunch of artwork. Here's the here's the bullet points and stuff.
But isn't that supposed to go and be signed off on by Tay-Tay?
I don't know.
How can Swift read this and say, "Oh yeah, this is fine"?
He probably laughed his ass off when he saw the redacted list.
No. You're wrong there. This is not the department of the community team. This is marketing.
This is CCP sales and marketing.
Oh my God!
This is totally.
And they are
people.
only hiring people over there that's never actually played the game.
Probably.
Oh my fucking God.
I mean, remember when one of the new marketing people was streaming the first hours in EVE?
Oh God, that was hilarious. Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
But
CCP, could you make an in-house rule, please? Please make an in-house rule that your actual employees need to at least play X amount of hours of EVE Online per week, or they will not work there. You really desperately need this in your organization. You have way too many people in there that has no fucking clue about how the game works and what it's about and what the player base is about. You tuck anyone that actually knows about EVE into this little department, and then they just sit there and are completely ignored by anyone else in your organization. Please stop this. You will die as a fucking game developer if you keep doing this.
And Doug, just a second. And Wibble was concerned that he was going to be the one ranting today.
This is just dumb. Reading that shit, right? That reads like bad articles by games journalists that are trying to explain after a visit at a conference. It's like,
Caleb.
Oh my God.
Caleb, calm down.
This is why alcohol was invented, right?
Really, Caleb, you just need to relax, okay?
I'm sort of relaxed.
It's just, I mean, this is the sort of thing that happens, and these things can't always be avoided. Sometimes you just have to recognize that there's a time and a place for everything, and right now is not necessarily the time and place for you to, lose your shit. That's all I'm saying.
I gotta go to my meeting.
See, Master, if CCP employees, if CCP employees learn to scam, this is a good thing. They might be able to also sell then.
Look, just take a deep breath. I want you. Okay, Caleb, listen. Work with me on this, okay? I want you to take a deep breath. Go on. Take a deep breath.
Who's got some Valium? I need something.
Take a deep breath.
Deep breath. I mean, if I can do it, you can do it, for crying out loud.
Right. So take a deep breath. Okay? You good? Let it out slowly. Deep breath. Hold it.
Meditation with Arenda. Sarah.
Okay. Now we are at 16 minutes from before when I said wait 16 minutes. Go nuts.
Ooh, you got it.
Right. So,
but seriously,
bad boys.
This is what it always comes back to. That it feels like over the past, I want to say, decade, right? More and more of the people that have been turned over, employee-wise, in CCP, knows less and less about the type of product they're producing. I'm wondering if they even actually have played MMOs. It feels like the whole fucking crew is completely ignorant about the type of game they're producing, and this is where
Caleb,
you get to. I was allowed to rant. This is how you go from having the best ecosystem and economic simulator in the world to bringing in fucking multiple coinage like all the other shit MMOs out there. And then wondering,
I understand what you're saying, but I think I can give you an important piece of perspective that will help you contextualize everything and express yourself better. Okay? You're talking about they don't understand the kind of product they're producing. I would say they do understand the kind of product they're producing, just not the kind of product they used to produce. And the kind of product that people want.
Yeah.
To be fair, I was going to say something a little bit more like inflammatory to Caleb, which is, of course, they play MMOs. They've played MMOs for a long time on their phones.
Oh, Jesus
Like
Christ.
I said, they understand the product they're producing, just not the one you're looking for.
Yeah.
So
what you're
thing
saying
here-
is they just don't understand their customer base.
No, they understand the customer base too. They just don't care and actively resent it.
They understand the
okay,
customer base that they're looking for, but they're not understanding the customer base that
they have.
No,
Yes.
I think they understand both, and they're just working to get rid of us.
Actively working to just
why try and retain old players when you can just cycle through new players who will throw money at you unnecessarily? I
did wonder.
I'm going to do a little bit of marketing advice for CCP. When you do a business, right, and you want to retain new markets and new customers, right, what you do is you do product development and you add new product. You do not take the old product and put fucking makeup on the pig and then sell it as something else. This is not how you product develop.
But Caleb, that's product development. That's not profit management.
Yeah, can I help you out here? It's not makeup on the pig. It's lipstick on the pig. Right.
No. He's gone beyond lipstick. He wants eyeshadow. He wants rouge. He wants, all the good shit. Fake lashes.
It's got the big lips. It's got the fake eyelashes. It's got the rouge. It's got everything, and it's got a cake layer of foundation so thick that even people from the '80s are going, "That's a bit too much."
All right, calm down, Miss Piggy.
That's bait.
Anyway, I do want to just quickly go back to the comment McLeod made about the game not being included in this 20th anniversary collector's edition. And I have one piece of commentary to make about how the fuck about the game not included section. And I don't want to get into the commentary about all of the rest of it, of other games that you would pay for that then don't give you the game as part of the collector's edition. Because if you're paying for the fucking game, or you're paying for the collector's edition, you should get the fucking game included. But how the fuck do you include a free-to-play game?
A free game. Why do you even have a fucking line that says that? Oh my god!
I'm pretty sure it's for legal reasons.
It's okay.
I think it's because people. I think it's because people like they need to refine the language there, because I think what they're trying to say is there won't be a physical copy of the game in this thing that you get that is physical when they deliver it to you. Don't expect to have a CD that you put into your computer if you can find a computer that has a CD drive anymore.
Yeah, I was just looking at what
and be able to load up the game using that CD drive. It's one of those things where it's like that's the language is no physical copy of the game is included. It's a free-to-play game. You can download it.
I think this must be an Americanism. This is like when your car parts have stickers that says "not for human consumption," or when your coffee has stickers that says "the coffee is hot."
You know what? They do need to put that on the edition, not for human consumption, because somebody's going to eat that son of a bitch. The whole concept of collector's edition of what? Oh, the game. Oh, but there's no game included.
But yeah, that's the issue with the language that they're using. Is that it makes no fucking sense.
They just don't understand because they're Icelanders. It's just they're just.
We can read between the lines and figure out what the fuck they actually mean. But it does not sound good. On the face
it's a collection of old CIA files, and it's all redacted. It's just black lines on paper, or in their case, PDF files, because you don't actually get the actual paper.
Or maybe everything that you get is actually just redacted. They are being completely literal about what's coming, what's included.
I do not have an external CD ROM drive. I have not had it since I bought this PC.
What's the CD-ROM?
By the way, yeah. By the way, that's Sothersil's fault because he didn't include a CD in my build thing. So
that is true. I did
here.
not include a CD drive.
Yeah, how am I gonna play my music? Jeez.
Yeah. What's?
You
what's
put it on the thing,
right?
and you put the thing onto it, and then it's been.
Oh, you know what? I get a USB turntable, and then I can listen to it.
You could join the 21st century, old man.
I just want to point out
that this music sounds terrible. Like,
by the way, I'm still pissed off that I can't find
it's a CD. It's not a.
I agree with Commander. That's what's going to have to be in the pack, right? There's going to be a free Voodoo graphics card and a CD cleaner.
I'm just going to point out, yesterday we're trying to find Simon and Garfunkel concert in Central Park on some streaming service, and it's not fucking there. Okay?
Oh no, Caleb.
All right, but I have it on CD.
Poser.
I also have it on cassette tape.
I got it on vinyl.
I thank you, horrendous.
I don't have that one on vinyl, but it had to fit in my Walkman in high school.
I don't actually have a turntable in the house at the moment.
I actually, by the way, I actually do have a USB turntable that was really cool that Amazon sent me, right, as a special thing. Amazon sent me this really cool turntable probably 3 years ago, maybe 2 years ago, with a Garth Brooks vinyl album and no power supply.
Oh, that's just perfectly encapsulating the Amazon experience.
Free. But it was free, so I really shouldn't complain that I didn't get a power supply. I don't think. So, yeah. By the way, Z-Master, if you're having a good time, somewhere there is a form here to get your input, and I'm going to relink that. If you're enjoying the show because we're stupid and crazy, please let them know. We love this. I want everybody to put in here. We love Push to Talk because they're stupid and fucking crazy. You have to use the word fucking, or I won't accept it. Okay, they're stupid and fucking crazy, and we love them. And just put that in your.
That's the code in order to get the 15% off.
Yeah. We'll send you a free vinyl record of Garth Brooks and a turntable without a power supply. So yeah.
Mm-hmm.
By the way, that is a joke. Not send you Garth Brooks vinyl record.
Hey, you're the one who said it. I didn't.
I
just said they'll get 50% extra free. I didn't say what.
Yeah, 50% extra.
I just want to point out that the price of $175 is not the final price.
Oh,
because
shit, really?
This company is American.
Taxes and shipping.
So taxes and shipping and maybe even customs fees, depending on where you live.
Would not surprise me about the customs fees.
If you've just joined us and wondering what the fuck we're talking about, I'll just change the scene.
Do a quick summary.
Like this is the other fuck up that happened this week, which is the new
hold on. It's not the other fuck up. It's still out there. This is live from their website, right?
Yeah. So Caleb,
the
not live
because
the countdown's not working. But
Caleb, I've got a great idea for what each of those redacted entries could be.
Oh my god. You're gonna make me rage again, right?
It's a different 3.5-inch floppy combined to contain the game install.
So a fat stack of them as well.
Look, they've included the game.
I also love that. So Dirk just linked the list for DDP. If you don't know what DDP is, it's duty paid already, so you don't have to care about customs in the countries that are included. Everything below Singapore is ordered, right?
Yeah, Australia, Belgium, but apparently,
the first countries aren't. So I was looking at it like, Germany is probably like right after like Denmark and Estonia, right? Like somewhere like Greece, no Germany. What the fuck? Yeah, because Germany's all the way at the top.
I'm gonna help you, Seth. Again, this is the marketing department. They don't know how to use Excel.
No. This has nothing to do with CCP.
Yeah,
this is a different company that's handling.
This is third party contractor.
Yeah. And let's remember the last time CCP contracted out like physical stuff to a different company. How well that went.
That lasted all of about 18 months. Maybe
this list could be a copy and paste from DHL though as well. It does say per DHL.
Yeah, but the last time CCP did this or contracted out for a third party thing was it was the 3D printed models, right? Which they shut down just like a month or two ago.
Yeah.
By the way, more redaction than a U.S. government document. I mean, Jesus Christ.
but I think Brisk actually nails it, right? Spending $200 on a mystery box is like, it's one thing when you spend like $5 on one of those mystery bags at the amusement park. You can survive that, but $200 on a mystery box, and going with everything we know about CCP the last so many years now, you just know it's going to be full of shit.
Especially when you can't refund it. Like,
yeah, why not make it just, to be determined or to be announced later? Or, why redacted? That just looks so stupid.
It's just dumb.
If you take the box from what the fuck is it called? The Clive Barker thing. Help me out, Arendis.
No?
Clive Barker thing?
Hellraiser.
Oh.
Right? If you take that box and you put the makeup that you used on the pig, it's still a shit box to open.
Hey, if you have makeup on a pig, is that makeup that is tested on animals or not?
If you add makeup to...
No, that's makeup that failed the test on animals.
If you add makeup to the box that, that has opened its on the film 7, it's still going to be a horrifying kind of scenario, just with added makeup.
Hey, by the way, Brisk has just said in chat that it comes with a free copy of Dust 514, and since he is on the CSM,
that's one less redacted of all of the redacted.
Yeah.
So
right, but
we joke.
CSM Dust would be the Council of Planetary Managers.
True.
So wait, this is actually not a mystery box. This is more like one of those American time capsule things.
Free copy of PlanetSide 2 is included, I hear. Who, by the way,
we're going back to Quake Arena as well, guys.
Did PlanetSide 2 last weekend not also celebrate its 20th anniversary?
Probably, knowing them.
I believe I saw that in my Facebook feed. And by the way, those of you who are under the age of 48 don't know what Facebook is, but it is something that us all
Facebook is the organization that helped
20 years. They were 2012.
Kunjak 1 and 2 also included.
and don't forget Eve Valkyrie. You can't forget Eve Valkyrie.
Good comment there. Good one.
The thing is, I wouldn't even be opposed to some like local play or LAN version of Dust being included.
Oh, that'd be cool, yeah.
Like, just as one of like the smaller little things of, play it with some friends, fine.
Just 514 was
yeah. Well, the original version of the game was in MS Basic anyway, so, that's kind of the original code base, so they could include that.
Also, welcome, Bard, to the show.
Yes, sorry, I'm running late.
Better late than never. Better late than never. At least we now have our sound.
Yeah, we need the soundboard. We need the clip. We need the clip from Brad Pitt with the box.
I would say, Bard, give yourself a hand.
That's it. That's also it's so expensive because it includes an original PlayStation 3.
Oh yeah,
find that for us. please, Bart, can you go and find from 7?
By the way,
so I would. I've got a couple on the soundboard that I'm concerned about using due to copyright.
Yes.
Okay, I just want to point out that
I don't know how much is too much that we'll get slapped for.
Yeah.
Okay. By the way, I don't know why Gallows Bait is crossed out.
I know why he was timed out. It was because he said boot.ini and it thought it was a web link.
Yeah.
Well,
that
means our chat has better protection against shit like
so
that than
Gallows
CCP
Bait
did.
says that the 20-year anniversary edition includes everyone's lost boot INI files from when they
I'd need to record the emotional damage meme from from Uncle Roger's YouTube.
Emotional damage. There you go.
There you go.
No copyright claims.
So,
just use Stephen He's version.
I just wanted Gallows Bait to know that we weren't picking on them or anything. It's like some automated craziness thing that we don't care. You're all good, brother.
Yeah, that is the bot. That is the bot hitting you, not us. We found it funny.
You know what? Aren't bots really just artificial intelligence? So the artificial intelligence isn't working.
Let's not go down this road.
I would make a joke about how it's evolved from shooting a US Army person to now deleting boot files.
No,
that was just a thought experiment.
No, they've now denied even the thought experiment happened.
Wait. Right, so we're not doing this. No.
Do you know why
we will end it air?
We don't go down this route.
Sorry.
Do you know why they said the army?
After the show.
After the show. This is the after show that we're talking about this stuff.
The after show?
My God.
Because it can't spin, because that stuff can spin into absolute insanity. With an included audience, so let's not go down there.
I'm seriously wondering whether we could actually train an AI on past episodes of this show and get it to simulate all of us.
You know what?
You know what would be hilarious is to request it to create.
The thing is, though, do you really want to sign over the rights to your person for a joke?
You wouldn't have to. You could source your own.
It would end up way worse than the Twitter experiment. It would just be way too fun to actually see an AI try to simulate our personalities on a show.
I would love to see ChatGPT try and create or write a script for a 2-hour episode of Push to Talk and see what the fuck happens.
Oh boy.
Well, you can do that, and then you can train the text-to-speech with a neural net to actually mimic each of our voices.
Yeah.
Let's not give Skynet all of this. Thank you.
That
please.
Would be a good April Fool's.
No, thank you. No Skynet April Fools. No. Leave Skynet alone. Let it die completely un.
Yeah, Caleb, I gotta say that the idea of training an AI on us, I just put in staff only what that gets you.
It would be amazing. I'm pretty much sure that I know exactly where it would end up with me and with Soth. I'm not going to say that on air, but I know pretty much exactly where it would end.
But the thing is, Aredis, we know how to beat those. You literally put a box on your head and you're fine.
No, because we've talked about that. We'd have trained it away from doing that.
So we're gonna have to put plastic docks on our head or something. We have to vary it up.
As long as we're not talking about Rocco's Basilisk, everything is all right.
I guess that's possible. I'm gonna drink some water for the moment because, God.
All right, and so as we reset for this last kind of little while of the show, Twitch chat, what would you like to hear us talk about in the realm of EVE Online or video gaming in general?
Jesus.
Well, while we wait for that, Dirk, I do want to go back to the box thing.
You want to go back to the mystery box again? Right?
Sort of. I want to follow up. We were joking about certain items, right?
I don't know what's in the box.
God damn it. We were joking about certain items.
Oh my God! Are they going to give us Gwyneth Paltrow's head?
Oh my god!
Okay.
Oh my god!
No, hold it. Time out. No. You're gonna get her candle.
Big red candle.
Wait, did I actually hear someone say what about that? Like, have you not seen 7?
Why do you think I said I'm pre-ordering?
Anyway, I was going.
I'm not gonna comment about how Reeve's gonna take that one, Caleb.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
I'm gonna push it and say it's for decoration purposes only, and the soft latex is just a coincidence.
Caleb, who will the box be getting delivered to?
Oh god.
So whose head would be inside?
Oh god.
Okay.
Moving on.
Yeah, I was trying to make a comment about they used to do commemorative items, didn't they?
They did.
Was it CSM year?
Are we gonna get an Amazon? Are we gonna get an Echo that like has what's his face's voice in it?
I think we already had that.
So, yeah, I know it's commemorative, right?
What you're saying is
but
we're
that's
gonna
what
get
I mean. Like
we're gonna get a
in-game
well.
stuff.
Yes,
we're gonna get a Fountain Frank bust. That's what you're saying.
Well, that's the point, though. Shit like that should be part of a little joke in this box or something, or tied to real game assets.
Oh god!
Just commemorative shit.
Not that again. No, they're not gonna tie it to assets because they've gone down that road, and that road always has lots of awkwardness. That they never really dealt with properly.
I don't think that's what he meant. I think he meant more like a real life version of the AT trading cards that we have in game, right?
Maybe something like that. You know, I could still see it being done in game. Dark Shines Moloch.
It'll be a confiscated Dark Shines mollusk. Moloch. Not mollusk.
This is what I'm saying. Would be the returns receipt.
Yeah. That's also a good one.
That, or if we had a company that was willing to take the piss out of itself a bit more, it would be an NFT of Dark Shines Moloch, only on paper, not an actual NFT, but you know what I mean.
With a thing that says, you know, not an actual
Invalid.
NFT, you idiot. Like,
no. It would simply say on it, non-fungible Titan.
Yes. Like, this is the thing. If they were willing to have a joke like that at some of the stupid ideas they come out with, it would be funny as fuck.
But then they would have to acknowledge these ideas
that they were stupid. Yep. That's the big issue.
So basically, what you're saying is, if we actually genuinely wanted these things to be in the box, then somehow we're going to have to get some people in at CCP to sort of get people to sign off on this without going through Hilmar or anyone at upper leadership.
I think it should be CCP Swift in a onesie, in different variant glossy trading cards, and called NFTs.
Here we go. Gallows has just put one in chat. A dust voucher for one planetary bombardment.
Yeah,
make it a physical little voucher in the box, just for the joke.
The way you would present that is just like, hey, we're going to do a few kind of like comedy items as part of a collector's edition, and we estimate that this will bring in X amount of revenue from Y numbers of items, and we're going to do it in this way, right? We've got this third-party company that we like. We're going to print these kind of fun collector's items that have no real value, but are just kind of commemorative of events in the game. Mm-hmm. And that's how you sell it to the upper leadership. You don't tell them what the commemorative events are. You just say, hey, we want to do this. It's going to cost this much. We estimate to make this much revenue from it. And you get them to sign off and say, hey, yeah, this is fine. and then you go to town. But like, you have to actually have. Well, I mean, I guess I don't want to set Caleb off again, but this comes back to people in the marketing team, in the sales team, who kind of get what the hell it is that we all enjoy about this community, about the game, about the dumbest shit stuff that happens sometimes.
Yeah, I won't be really set off. I'm just going to point out to Laszlo that I would be offended if CCP tries to take away the actual market shares on sexual paraphernalia that the Sixth Empire and Pandemic Horde pretty much got covered for decades now.
Sorry, I was about to ask what the hell you were on about, and then I saw it. Jesus Christ.
Yes, because it already exists. It's very nice, and it's got the rainbow flag colors on it, and then the Sixth Empire logo and stuff like that. And if you need lube, I think you should talk to some of the people from Pandemic Horde.
Okay.
This is more fun if you've actually been at FanFest and got handed some of actual these things from the gift packs that they hand out.
Yeah. Laszlo, that's all of our question, right?
Should there be a copy of Dark Shines' Tales in every single box as well?
Yes, there should. Now we're ending up making an actual box worth something.
Yeah, no, like
absolutely.
We should put up our own box to rival theirs.
I mean, I can tell you what the production cost on a book is.
It's already on Amazon. Like, I bought 2.
Yes, but I can tell you what the production cost is on a book, right? Not the price you pay for it, the actual production cost. If we're talking soft cover, we're talking like 60 cents, maybe 80 if it's a thick book.
It's not exactly thick.
Yeah.
I mean, it's thick with 2 C's, but it's not thick.
What's expensive on a book is the logistics behind it, right?
Yeah.
But if we are talking about,
once again, we're ruining the game.
If we're talking about, you know exactly how many pre-orders you have, and you know exactly how many books you need to order to put them in those collector's editions, you don't really have a cost for all of that logistics, right? You just gotta get them to your company and then ship them out. You don't have them. You don't have them sitting around in a warehouse for months, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right. You produce basically to order.
Yeah.
Well, not quite to order, because you'd want to sensibly go, we'll get enough for one region to justify bulk shipping. But we'll produce a run for a region, ship that, move to the next region.
Hey, if you want, we actually produce 1 book if you ask for it.
Oh yeah, it's just, it wouldn't be the most efficient way for them to do it if they get 1,000 orders, right?
We have digital printers, as in digital book printers, right? You put a USB stick in, you click on the file, and a finished book comes out at the end.
Yeah, they're not using like physical, like, you know, steel kind of presses.
Like you can run it to order, basically.
We do, but only for like if you want more than 10,000 books. If it's less than 10,000, then we use the digital machines, because you don't need all the hassle around it, right?
Okay. Right.
You know what's off, right? What's the bets or chances, shall we say, that it comes through your place for production?
It's America, so chance is very low. I think the only thing we produce for America is for the church. So
the church.
Yes, like the actual Catholic Church.
Yeah.
As it turns out, the Bible is still a very popular book to print.
It's not the Bible.
Okay.
It's not soft. Right. Could you just fucking shush, alright?
You have to get one on you there.
Just fucking stop being you for a minute and play with the joke.
Germans don't know how to joke.
Yeah, we have no humor.
Yeah,
it's very inefficient.
It's because they don't have a humorometer. They can't actually, figure out exactly how humorous they are.
Anyway, so I'm coming back to Twitch chat in terms of the question I asked earlier of topics that they kind of want us to talk about with relation to EVE Online, and
you obviously had something.
I think the only major one there is a certain object the shape of Hilmar's head.
Wine stoppers, I guess. It's the equivalent to wine stoppers anyway. Well, they'll stop something.
They do stop something.
I'm just going to point out, if they offered a $200 mystery box of Eve-themed sex toys, I think there would actually be a market, and it would be bigger than the one that's going to be on this shit.
I mean,
bigger.
Well, yeah.
God.
Well,
you know what the avatar...
How there have not been
between them
of getting that avatar in that soft latex.
Oh, fuck.
I just got to point out here, Bart and I have actually been working on making some 3D printed models.
Oh, okay.
Not for that, but we did discuss how easy it would be to make it out of that. Because
everything is that if you're brave enough.
I can literally press one button in Cura that makes it a mold, not a print.
Yeah,
and then you could cast into the mold.
Yeah, you just pour in some silicon and you're done with that.
See, that would be a great mystery box where it's a do-it-yourself kit. With the mold and all the things, so you have to make the fleshlight yourself. The title.
I mean,
oh my God,
you do need a few things for the silicon. Like, you need to get all the air bubbles out, so you kind of need a
little torch of some form.
I'm sorry, I'm just concerned at how specifically knowledgeable this Soph is right now.
Why are you concerned?
He's an adventurous guy.
I would like to point out, Bud, it's not exactly a very tricky concept to get your head around.
Yes, but it's like he's cast something out of silicon before.
Have you not?
I have cast in silicon before. Like
that's
not unusual.
I mean, seriously, have you not?
No comment.
Just don't bait him too hard, considering what month we're in. He might get very descriptive.
I mean, we might as well pitch that at the moment, but we by the way, any and everything that we make on the streams for the month, we are giving 50% of that to a good cause. In actual fact, where's my thing for this again? Oh, so it's called the Trevor Project, by the way, and it helps LGBTQ people with their lives, with coping with figuring out their sort of the
fact that they may not feel welcome in their atmosphere, their community, just generally trying to help them feel more accepted, try and drive down the rate. One of the things that they do is try and drive down the rate of suicide among LGBTQ young people, which is a big deal. Generally, we try and avoid people wanting to commit suicide overall.
Yeah.
Great cause. We will be supporting them for the entire month of June, which is also Pride Month. For those of you who are not aware, there are probably going to be parades or something near you if you want to go and join in the fun, and be there to support or are a member of the community yourself. Yeah, it's a good cause. So if you have Bezos bucks to spare, go ahead and throw us a sub with your free Amazon Bezos bucks, and 50% of what we get from that will go to the Trevor Project, along with 50% of your bits your other subs, your donations, that kind of thing.
All that kind of stuff, yeah. And back to the fleshlight talk.
Oh, God's sake. That is one transition. Not even trying to hide it.
Well, for effect, right?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Well, but on a slightly more serious matter, to me, it feels like another example of an extremely lazy janitor mode they're running right now in the game. It feels like they're not even trying anymore. I will give them one thing. The fact that they actually managed to bring something like customization on structures and all that, that's great. But when you have a good idea and you then wrap it in really bad ones, it's no longer edible. It's just you've just destroyed it. We talked about this before we actually went online.
Have you guys, before I got here, already spoken about the structure customization?
We have. I'm just showing the video of it at the moment, but like,
do you want to rage about it too? Like,
we've got time.
I'll say what I said to someone on Reddit, because someone was like, "Oh, it's all the monetization, blah blah blah." I was like, "No, because it's so poorly thought out. There is no monetization scheme here. You can't turn Plex into Evermarks."
So what I
right, and that was the key comment was yet.
I think it's the other way around.
There's definitely a monetization element here, but it's not
implemented yet.
It's a monetization element that is aimed at newbies. It's aimed at the people who don't know better. Because the way you get Evermarks is making ships and turning them in, and those ships get sold for packs.
Yeah.
Theoretically. Even though they don't have a mechanism to sell the ships yet.
So
and that's what I mean. There's no implemented system yet.
Or at least there's no mechanism to limit the ships sold in packs to just the ones created with that for Evermarks.
What I'm slightly concerned about / slightly confused a little bit with CCP's kind of like, setting up of this particular sort of loop, as it were, which we've described, right? Because like some of the things that you can hand in for Evermarks are ships that you actually kind of get for free when you're going through sort of like a new, like when you've set up a new basically a new character and you go through like the new character tutorial and all that kind of stuff, right? One example is you end up getting a free what was it specifically? I believe there was a
venture or something, right?
Like I know that you get a free venture, right? And it is one of the sort of missions that you can get from Paragon is to hand in a venture for Evermarks. And you get Evermarks as an alpha. You get more as an omega, but you still get some as an alpha. And with that, your corporation that you may be in, even as an alpha, get Evermarks along with that. So my kind of thought process is people can potentially spin up new characters, get the venture, hand the venture in, and then delete that character and then remake that character. My kind of concern.
There's one issue with that. You can't transfer Evermarks.
Yeah, I know, but like
I think is the ones that copy to the corp, right?
Yeah, exactly, and that's the thing. Like you're not looking to sort of transfer your personal Evermarks. You're looking to just build that
generate corp ones.
Generate corp Evermarks, essentially, right?
Yeah.
And so that's not the thing that concerns me. What concerns me is I'm wondering whether the creation of new characters in some way drives a statistic internally for CCP to be able to turn around and say,
well, of course it does, because more new characters.
We have X%. We have 400, 500% more people coming in and trying EVE Online.
More new players.
Check us out.
They'd also, with that, have the negative effect of a lower retention rate.
I mean,
if they're measuring by character, not by account.
If the retention rate if the number of new players, new accounts, new characters trying EVE goes up, and their retention rate, they get a retention rate of, say, whatever they have now, plus these new characters that are being cycled, their retention rate will stay relatively stable, and so their retention rate will be like, okay, yeah, it dipped a bit, but it overall, on average, and this is where we get back to the statistics. On average, the retention rate is well, if you're cycling characters on an account rather than cycling accounts, your retention rate per account is actually pretty fine.
Right, but that's assuming they're measuring it per account. If they're measuring it per character, it's going to shit the bed. Which is the same as new character starting. If they're measuring by character, they're going to be great. But
we know that they measure a variety of different metrics, and they present the ones that they want to, because as we, lies, damn lies, and statistics. The statistics will tell you whatever the statistics they want to show you.
That's the joke. That's the joke about statistics.
That's the way they've done it.
That's the joke about statistics. Is you can get statistics to show
whatever
you want them to show. Like,
I do want to come back real quick to something that I think was mentioned earlier in the show, and I hadn't quite grokked until I was watching the video that McLeod was playing, because I read about this Evermarks thing. I've seen the way Evermarks have expanded over the last year or so. I hadn't watched the video where they were explaining it yet.
Oh, okay.
And one thing that cropped up in the video that I saw that kind of made me go, sorry, the fuck? Was, okay, this is now, not only are you renting your skin for your structures on this 30, 90, 180-day basis, you are renting individual skins for individual structures in individual systems.
Yes.
Yep.
So, like, we have what, 3 keep stars in 1DQ? We would have to rent 3 skins for those keep stars just to have the keep stars skin.
And if I understand it correctly, keep stars are actually more expensive than the smaller structure.
That wouldn't be so surprising, would it? It's a bigger structure, more cost.
See, I initially thought that it was just you were applying a structure kind of design theme over every single structure, and it didn't matter as to whether it was a large structure, small structure, whether it was an Astra House or a keep star. It was kind of going to be the same sort of theme. But if it's like individual structures. Like, I can kind of see why people would want to have different styles on different structures, but like...
Right. This is why I wanted to come back to it, right? Because, like, I could see, okay, you have a different, skin, or skinner, or whatever the fuck it's supposed to be called, skank, whatever the fuck we were calling it earlier in the week. I could see having a different one of those for an Astrahus versus a Raitaru versus, an Asbel or a Fortizar. You would have different skins for different structures to, I think
signify different stuff, right?
I think it was Arendis who talked about, in space, when you're looking at EVE, you have a visual marker that this is a refining, or this is an industrial structure versus a staging structure or whatever.
Yeah, not even that, but like, for example, like this structure. Okay.
Do not use this structure.
Is this structure set, or do not use this structure? But is this structure set up for this one industrial task or this industrial task?
Yeah, reactions,
color code,
refining versus exactly. That's fine. But I would think that given this is on these things are bought on a corporation basis. That CCP would at least go, okay, if you want to rent, you want to rent an Astrahus, skin, skank, whatever, for 30 days, you can use it for all of your Astrahuses for 30 days.
Right.
You pay Evermarks, you get it for the Astrahus, or you get it for the Raitaru, or you get it for both, and you pay more, and that's fine.
You rent the design and put it on whatever structure you want.
But to then, maybe even do it by design as well, right? You build a design, you rent the design, you can put it on however many of these types of structures as long as it's the same design. Right, fine. That's also cool. But no, the way it looked in the video, and if this is not accurate when it goes live, then I will be very happy. But the way it looked in the video was that you pick a structure in a system and rent it for that particular structure, and then construct it for that structure, and then go to the next one. And it's per structure. And per structure, when these are already rental situation.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's around that kind of timestamp for and it's like the design will be activated on one structure for 100,000 Evermarks. I mean, for 30 days. Like, the fuck, CCP? Come on.
Also, like, this is general fuck holding corpse, right?
I love Brisk in Twitch chat. We have nothing else to use these Evermarks for. That's because they're useless, Brisk.
Yeah. They are trying to find a use for something that they have created that never needed to be created.
I mean,
all it was.
I mean, as we said, like we don't have. We aren't
even touching on. Like we have a use for these, but have you actually seen how big the corporation logos are that you can buy with these?
That's tiny.
Like they are as big as kill marks. So good luck finding them on a big hole. Like if you're on like in a battleship,
would somebody remind Brisk?
It will take you a few minutes to find it.
He's welcome to jump on air, if ever he wants to. But like I think the thing he's saving himself, like voice wise and everything like that for the meta show, which I will remind you guys, is coming today. Is coming today. Unlike last week when we said that it was.
You might want to rephrase that.
It definitely is. Like, well, we're talking about the meta show. We're not talking about Brisk Wall precisely.
It could just be 45 minutes of Brisk crying.
I just want to point out that we haven't had a shower pick in fucking months.
Yeah,
what are we paying that fee for?
You owe us there, Brisk.
Yeah, I'm canceling with that OnlyFans account.
You got a lot to do. Get a shower.
Of money.
Make sure you're clean for the meta show. I'm just saying.
But you guys need to know something about the meta show that's coming up in like
what?
And
what do we need to know?
Hour and 10 minutes. Hour and 10 minutes.
Hour and 10 or so. Yeah.
Hour and 10 is it's going to be epic. And
epic.
Dark Shines is going to be on it, and Cassie.
You know
that does sound like fun.
It's going to be good.
My driver in my golf bag says it's epic too, right on the little head cover. It's not epic.
Yeah, but your golf bag isn't Dark Shines and Cassie.
That's true.
I'm saying.
I'm going to quickly interject because I once again need to go and practice to beat Snuffed Out for Sothersol's general amusement.
Good point.
But I am going to throw my one last thing out here, which is that, interestingly enough, this expansion that is coming up, this Viridian thing with the dreadnoughts that seem kind of cool, but we're still not sure how they're actually going to really play out yet, and then this Evermarks skin rental thing for structures and stuff. It's like we've kind of gone back in time again a bit, and we're now once again in the era of CCP throwing shit at a wall and trying to see what sticks, even though last year when they talked about the low sec stuff and the changes that they were trying to make and trying to balance and that kind of thing, they seemed like they had a bit of a path forward again.
Well, I mean, everybody.
Now we're back to, okay, well, what have you got to throw at a wall and see if it works out? And it's like, really? This is we were just in a really excited period of like this is cool, and
the thing is,
now we're
the thing is, Dirk, like you hear from beta vets all the time that like, oh, it was so much better back in 2012 when the game was cool. Well, you just said that they want to go back, like. Well, I mean, they're working their way back.
6 months and we're back in the same place we were in 2021.
They're working their way back.
I don't like it's. I didn't really want to go there, Dirk, but I think I told you so.
I mean, we were all waiting and hoping, and yet here we are. Anyway, that was my one last thing, and I'm gonna dip. So I'll see you guys later.
Back in 2012, by the way, we were saying that shit needed to go back to 2009, so it don't matter.
Yeah, well, I'm just gonna point out that little one last thing now has a Huey Lewis song earwormed into my brain back in time. So back in time, we got to go back in time, you know. I love Huey.
Tower of Power.
Huey Lewis,
really good work
and
on that
the
one.
News.
So the bit I wanted to add to it
Greatest
was just
band ever.
Sorry, Eric. I thought you'd finished there.
Best album.
Yeah, I just wanted to say, let's not forget what Evermarks actually are. They are the remnants. I don't know the remnants of the stupid idea that Hilmar had to go for crypto in Eve.
Yeah,
we keep getting told they're not.
Bullshit.
The Interbus credits were never intended to be crypto related.
Bullshit. Because I and others have heard plenty from devs inside that say the opposite.
Told.
Let me teach everybody how you react to the Everbucks were never intended to be crypto.
You gonna do that thing again?
CCP. Oh shit! Sorry, excuse me.
All right. Look, I am not saying I believe that. I am simply saying that is what we are told. And so when accusations that this stuff was crypto comes up, as long as we say, you know, as long as
CCP claim otherwise,
CCP has said this is not the case, then CCP can't say we're being mean.
Really have a case of the sniffles, the sneeze. I mean, just
you should get that. You should get that looked at.
Yeah,
maybe have some hot sauce clear out the sinuses.
I didn't. Last time I had that looked at, right, I ended up in the hospital, right?
The irony there is horrendous. That if what is being claimed that it's not anything to do with crypto is true, then it means it's an even more
the problem they run into is that they can either say that the people who are accusing them of something nefarious are correct, or they can look even more incompetent.
Yes, because the design is that bad that it looks better to say we were moving for crypto, you guys revolted, and
so we decided to go with to trust you guys and not do crypto, but they can't own up to it. They never own up to anything though, so I'm not sure why we'd expect differently.
I mean, they've got so many different non-tradable currencies anyway. Like, you know, they didn't need another.
They could have done it with LP.
But I understand that they don't. They want to sort of that they may have wanted to sort of not have this sort of like stuff be, you know, almost instantly bought out. Like, you know what I mean, for forever, because people couldn't just leverage the, you know, the already like accumulated wealth inside of the game. Right? I can understand that, but you know, as Whipple pointed out at the start of this, when he did his like 3-minute summary, like, we were fine with just paying money for it, like so long as the transaction was, you know, okay. Like, you know, obviously don't do the whole monocle, you know, in-game monocle for $140 or something, whatever it was. But like, you know, if you price it competitively and understandably, you don't need to worry about us leveraging our in-game money. Like, we will just use regular money, and you guys profit from it, like, as you kind of, you know, in a way that actually benefits the game and benefits the company. Like, you know, I don't know. Yeah, but you know, as Bruce said, it's really just LP.
The thing is, it's dressed as LP.
It is.
Like, Manchi is not wrong there. It's dressed as LP, but as much as CCP want to claim it is nothing to do with crypto, Hilmar's own statements about an economy with crypto in it and selling ships to get a currency
his own statements counteract that.
Yeah. I mean, well, with 4 minutes to go, we might as well go through our one last thing, right? So, Horrendous.
I thought we were already doing that.
Yeah, Dirk kind of kicked it off because he had to go, right? But we might as well
So my one last thing, I feel robbed. I don't think Caleb and Dirk ranted nearly enough today.
I don't know. Caleb did go for it. He did give it the good college try.
He kind of half-assed it at the end there. I was expecting something really worth listening to.
But you know what happened is that you kept stopping and trying to start, and then stop and start, and then I just lost the mood. It literally just went flaccid.
You need to learn. You need to learn.
I'm not good at edging.
You need to learn how to develop stamina, Caleb.
Jesus,
that's all I'm saying.
It's not the stamina, it's the edging. I'm really bad at it.
No. You never really got started.
Right. Yeah.
Oh, God. Anyway, Bard, do you have anything you want to add to the show?
I'm going to use mine to address a comment.
All right.
If that's fine. And it's back onto the same topic. Ufe says, didn't CCP create Evermarks so they can sell fitted chips on their online store? Yes, and that was supposed to be tied to crypto. That was Hilmar's whole golden idea that he talked about repeatedly in 2020 and 2021. GDC and other conferences.
When crypto was the thing, right?
Yeah, a cryptocurrency that you sell ships for to get the currency to then buy other shit.
Because the idea was he wanted to, because this is it, and you'll understand this when you realize what the main purpose for this was, because it's very much a Hilmar Hilmar sort of headspace thing, right? Is he wanted a way for players to be able to earn a living playing the game.
Yep.
And this was the means for that to happen. Although the fact of the matter is, if you've ever seen a game that purports to actually give you the option to be able to earn a living in a game, it is the most horrendous grind you will ever know.
Well, here's the first problem that you have with any situation where someone's saying, I want to make it so that people can make a living playing this game. The first question you have to ask them is, well, since you own all the shit in the game, what are you willing to pay them and for what?
Yeah, because at the end of the day, the terms and conditions basically says anything and everything in the game isn't yours. You only have a license to use it.
Right. So all of the income would have to be coming from CCP.
Mm-hmm.
So what is CCP willing to pay its players?
Yeah.
I think that's an unreasonable question.
You would, Mr. Small Business Owner.
I think it's unreasonable.
Caleb, what's your
unreasonable?
Do you have any
different? And I think there should be a rule that says that when we do the one last thing, it needs to be something completely different. So I am going to point out to our audience that if you have money to spare, you should really consider actually throwing some of that at the new and improved Time Team project instead. Because I've been watching the new episodes and they are out of this world. Anyone that ever watched the old Time Team, all 20 seasons of them, will love the new stuff. They basically put more nerds, turbo nerds in there, and the tech is mind-blowing, out of this world. They've just thrown so much tech at the new season that it's just bonkers. The ground penetrating radar is down to precision of 2-inch cuts that they can look into the depth of the actual scans. And they have drones going everywhere, and they have laser scans of all the artifacts and the digs. It's awesome. Go and check it out. Time Team, throw some money at them. You're gonna love it.
Yeah, this is they've advanced a little bit from GeoFizz not showing anything.
It's just the new geophysics is just out of this world. Like 2-inch cuts, slices, and you can just see all of this, and they do 3D stuff with all of it. It's so cool.
Oh yeah. So yeah, if you're into that sort of stuff, definitely go check that out. Cool. Erik, do you have anything? That, I mean, we didn't. Yeah. So anything that you want to add to the show? Like
I do. You know, you get 7 days free on your Apple TV trial, and even that, it's only $7 for a month after that. Fucking get it and watch Ted Lasso. Your life will be better because you did. And by the way, I love Roy Kent. That's just all I'm going to say.
So there's
and you guys need to all watch it.
You
guys like footballers over there. Go do it, man. It's all about, footballing. And of course, Ted Lasso, just not to give it away, but this woman who owns a football team hires Ted Lasso, who is a Division II college American football coach, and brings him over to coach her football team.
Yeah.
And it's awesome.
It's kind of like a dramatized version of Wrexham, right? I guess.
I don't know.
A little bit.
Yeah.
A little bit,
I'll wait for the next season. It looks awesome. And of course we've been
teased. And if you're like getting that sort of like 7 days on Apple TV, you might as well go watch Foundation, which seems to be pretty decent.
Ooh,
is that the one about?
Because that's season 2 soon.
Yeah, that's the Isaac Asimov one, right?
Yeah. That's excellent.
There's also
the Tetris one too.
There's also a World War II one with God damn it, what's his face? With Tom Hanks. A film like a World War II sort of like
Saving Private Ryan.
Not that. No, not that one.
Oh no!
Oh, Wolfgang.
That's so hard to watch. Doesn't matter, guys. Go watch some TV if you want comedy and humor.
I'm literally. It's called
with a little bit of real time.
It's a film called Greyhound.
Is it Greyhound? Oh, it was Wolfhound. Greyhound. Okay.
Way to hijack my one last thing.
So that's pretty.
Yeah, we stole it from you, Erik.
That's right.
As a Navy veteran, I struggle with that movie.
Oh, okay. It
it's
may or may not be.
But all the technology, like all the actual, movements of the ships and everything, that's just fucked up.
If you're real stickler about naval movements, then you may get agitated by that film. But if not, then it's a good watch. But yeah.
There you go.
There you go.
And it is now 3:04 U.S. Eastern.
Like, let's get this. Let's crack this.
I'm gonna make this fast. We're gonna do
really
Alliance Tournament opens next week. 1800 on the 11th. So come in. I linked the Twitch channel in chat. We're gonna have explosions and people talking about explosions. So come over.
Excellent. Wibbler.
I kind of blew my wad already, but two things. One, if you're in the Imperium, tune into the Fireside, and two, watch the Met Show.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
I just want to reiterate
Meta Show, May 4.
Meta Show is on in under an hour, 55 minutes, and it is going to be good. There's going to be some news,
Erotica?
Apparently, and Dark Shines is going to be on the show. Yeah, and Cassie is going to be on the show, so you should definitely check it out.
So there might be both erotica and eye candy.
I mean, yeah, it's very likely.
There's so much wrong with my co-hosts.
Anyway, that'll wrap the show for today, guys. Take care.
Look at that. Starscream's gonna shave and shower before the Meta Show. He just has enough time.
Yeah.
There you go.
Shave and shower.
Our compliments. Commander Starscream. All right. Thank you very much, McLeod. McLeod's been hosting the last 2 weeks. It's been fantabulous. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, no worries. Do you wanna sign the show off today?
No, let's do it because you're the big man right now.
All right. Well, thank you very much, everybody, for tuning in, and we will see you next week on Poster Talk. Bye.
Bye.